being here this evening. I'm going to call the March 10th, 2025 Ozark City Council meeting to order. As you can see, we have the pleasure of having our 3-in-a-row state champion and our 3rd in the nation young ladies behind us. So if you will, give them a great big hand. They have gone and represented not only the city but the state of Arkansas extremely well, and we've got some recognition for them tonight. So I do believe Candace Williams, you are going to be, Kate, sorry. If you all will please stand, she's going to do our pledge of allegiance, or prayer for us, please.
Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this blessed day. I thank you for this beautiful city and amazing community. I pray for you to keep your hand over every person in and outside of this room and the journeys that await us. I pray for our city's health, faith, and guidance today, tomorrow, and every day ahead of us. In the holy name I pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stand right there just a minute. Will the cheerleading sponsors please come to the front? Nick and Michael, if you will as well. I want y'all up here by your girls, please.
Randy by his girl. Don't forget Randy. Randy by his girl.
Yes, Randy, yeah. Said everybody, and then we have, as you can see, we are very fortunate. Young ladies that work for the community center, raise your hand for me, please. Yeah, aren't we lucky? And then we have Ashley Trotter. Nick is our fire chief. We have Ivy Brasso. Michael is our street superintendent. We have Riley Battles, and her grandfather is one of our council members. So ladies, I have a plaque that says, in recognition of excellence, this plaque is proudly presented to the Ozark High School cheerleaders by the city of Ozark in recognition for your outstanding achievements, including the 3-time state championship and 3rd in the nation. Your dedication, teamwork, and perseverance have set an inspiring example for the future generation. Congratulations on your remarkable success. And then I have something that's a surprise to all of them. You're going to actually have a day, March the 10th, 2025, that is going to be named the Ozark High School Cheerleader Day for the city of Ozark. Let me read the proclamation for you. It says, in recognition of the Ozark High School cheer team placing 3rd in the 2025 National High School Cheerleading Championship, I do declare Monday, March the 10th, 2025, Ozark High School Cheer Team Day for the city of Ozark. And Brooke, have you got, here, let me squeeze in here. Council, if y'all will turn around and look at Brooke.
We're kind of in the way.
Y'all can come behind us.
Y'all get it, well, are you, yeah, where do you want to get? You're fine, you can put your arm. I'm not putting my arm around you. Sorry, bud. All right, let's give these young ladies another round of applause. Thank you all very much, and next year we'll have to do a 4th. How about that? Are we on that? I am.
Yes.
Let's go. Thank you all. Thank you for being here with us tonight, but thank you for what you do for Ozark. We appreciate y'all, okay?
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
guys so much. I like that.
And if you didn't know, this is our super Superintendent, Mr. Zane Vanderpool. You wanna wave at everybody? Sorry, I didn't recognize you and Jordan. Yes, that was my fault. I was worried about the girls, so I'm sorry. Well, we appreciate them very much.
Thank you guys again. Thank you so much.
Okay. Brooke, are you on? Okay. All right, roll call. Hyler,
Here.
Meeker,
Here.
Melton,
Yes.
Meyer,
Here.
Minor,
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
All right, if you will look, we have the approval of the minutes. You have those sent out in your packets. How did you all, you like that? Saves 69 sheets of paper per each one of you, so
Yes.
that's why
I'm
she's.
good with that.
It's a great
Okay,
idea.
so, and if it ever that you need it, you just need to let one of us know, but if you've got it on your hard drive, and then we'll just have this in front of us, if that's all right. Okay, I need a motion to approve the minutes if there's not any objections or corrections.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I need a second, please.
Second.
Melton,
Yes.
Meeker,
Yes.
Hyler,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Minor,
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Okay, next you have your financials. Any questions or comments on any of that? If not, I do need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I'll second it.
Harris,
Yes.
Melton,
Yes.
Minor,
Yes.
Meeker,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Hyler.
Yes.
Okay, under committee and commission reports, I do want to tell you that the A&P Commission met here tonight at 4, and they are in the process of finalizing everything they need to take over the bank account for A&P. So I'm hoping by next month I can report to you that that has all been done. So they have worked very hard in taking care of that, and I appreciate Kevy Gordon for doing all that she has done. She's put a lot of time into it. I think that we have one of the commissioners here. Thank you for what y'all do. It's a thankless job, just tell you. Do believe we had a fire and police meeting, did we?
Yes.
Okay,
Really wasn't much discussed in the meeting. The one thing that was discussed was a new floor out here, and I didn't even notice when I come in. Did you get it, or not yet? He had 2 different bids on it, one for $11,610, one for $18,826, and we recommended he go ahead and get the cheaper bid done. The other thing on the agenda, and I dropped the ball on this, and it's my fault, we was gonna declare he's got a police car charger that is excess. And I meant to have Kevin draw us up a resolution for it, and I forgot. And Nick's also got that old smokehouse trailer thing that's excess.
I received a message, let me just read it to you all real quick here, from Mark Dietz that may, well, let me get it before I say it and it's not right. It says, we are doing an auction for the county on May the 3rd for, on the EMS building along with ambulance and personal property. If the city has anything, you all are more than welcome to put it in that auction. So, I sent that message out to the department heads this morning. We've got some of those chairs that are in the back that are not gonna go on gov deals. We need to get them out of the way. So, that's just an option.
What do you think? If we do that, we'll have to deal with something tonight then, won't we? Is that before our next meeting?
No, we have April.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, we're
I
good
just
then.
wanted to let you know that that is an option there.
If you'll get Kevin the information on that so he can write it up in the burn house, Nick.
Work because, I mean, I'm gonna have stuff also. We have to get a list of what all is gonna go to auction.
Mhm.
We have to have it 30 days in advance, wouldn't we? The list.
I'm gonna asset list, then we'll have to have a resolution, I have to get it off if it's
So if you department heads can get that list together and try to have it to me 2 weeks from today, so we can get that to him, okay? Sorry, Charlie, I didn't mean to interrupt, that just reminded me.
That's really all that was in my in my meeting. And he had the money in his budget for that flooring, so
Yeah,
really
and it was
nothing we needed to
needed.
do.
Okay. All right, I don't think we have anything else under committee or commissions. I am going to add Joanne Perea under our committees, downtown beautification.
City Council and citizens of Ozark, 2 weeks ago, I met with Roxy to tell her that I'm stepping down from a volunteer position as lead for downtown gardens around our courthouse square. I'm preceded by Andy Romo, Carol Evans, and master gardeners. 7 years ago, Sandy Key asked me if I would step into Andy Romo's shoes. I told her I'd be glad to contribute. I had actually been serving as a downtown garden volunteer on a smaller scale starting 25 years ago. No one else stepped forward, so I became the lead. I've been in charge of purchasing supplies, tools, mulch, and flowers. I've contacted volunteers, and together we worked in the street corner beds once a month and sometimes more. A year ago, I had a small injury that I ignored, which became progressively worse and brought my physical activities almost to a complete standstill by fall. I realized at that time that I needed to step down from this lead position because I am unable to be on my feet for the 4 to 5 hour stretch of gardening that working in the beds entails. I asked Andy and the Franklin County Master Gardeners if they are interested in taking back this position, which they said they are not. Some cities in our area hire someone specifically to manage city gardens and public spaces. Other cities have city employees that take care of pocket parks and public spaces as part of their job duties. One suggestion is to have individuals, friend groups, or work associates adopt the various beds. Main Street has a design committee that could oversee these volunteers. Shelby is talented with reaching out on social media and has regularly asked me if she could post a need for volunteers. I plan on continuing to volunteer in the areas that I adopted years ago that are not physically demanding. I will answer to Main Street, Ozark City, and Franklin County. Some of the spots I used to work in are now maintained by David Hawkins because his work duties do include working on the courthouse grounds. In the future, I'm glad to be a resource and help however I can. Let's see, I'm sorry, I've scribbled out some of this. I just wanted to be concise. Before closing, I would like to point out that an important component of gardening city beds was trash pickup. You would be surprised how much trash is collected from 1 month to the next. It was the first thing we did. Ozark City is having a citywide cleanup next month. Maybe you can help with that. Maybe you could adopt a bed or know someone who would. Together we can make a difference to make Ozark beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am, and if you'll come over here to the front for just a moment, please. I know you did. This is presented to Joanne Perea. Thank you for your service and dedication to the City of Ozark Downtown Beautification Program. I just want to thank you for everything that you have done. People have come into town, they notice the beautiful flowers, and we're going to miss you. Joanne, come up. You got to, there you go. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me a heads up so I could get your plate. Yes.
Thank you, Joanne.
All right, we have no old business. Under new business, Tanya, if you will come up, please. First, under the new business is the proposed amendment to the water master plan.
At the end of 2021, we engaged Hawkins Weir to do a water master plan for us, and that was completed in about a year. So the end of 2022, beginning of 2023. We had a water study meeting on January 27th and asked the engineers to come back and explain what do we do next to move forward with that plan. And they talked to us about that and then came back with a proposal to amend the original agreement. And the next phase, which would include update the hydraulic model, update the cost estimates, project funding assistant, and preparation of environmental assessment, and any property negotiation assistance, including surveys, easements that we might need to do these plans. So all of that, if we want to move forward, y'all were there at the meeting and heard what he said, that alone would have to be amended for an additional $137,000. So that's up to y'all. If you want more information, we can call him back and have another study. But we really can't move forward with any of the water master plan. And we had known before it was going to be additional funds. We knew the next phase was looking for funds actually to, because it was millions of dollars that need to be spent to upgrade all of our water treatment, distribution. So to do that, if we want to pay Hawkins Weir to update all that data and to help us find funding and what we're going to do, that's what they're asking to enter into an amendment. And so it has to be signed, approved and signed. So that's up to y'all. Everyone got, the proposal they sent, and it was kind of detailed of what that would involve. So I wouldn't be able to address any questions about what they plan to do, but, if we want to think about it, whatever, but this was the result of that study we did in January. The second thing,
Let's go ahead and do this
okay,
first.
okay.
So what's the wishes of the council? Do you want to bring Brett back for some further discussion, or do you want to amend this, the proposed amendment, and move forward?
I think after we had the meeting with Hawkins Weir the other night, when we had that, he explained, where we're at. They did this plan, it's 2022. We've got all kinds of things that we've got to get moving on. And I'm afraid if we keep putting it off, we're gonna be in a bind. And after listening to what he had to say and looking over this proposal, I know it's a lot of money, but I think we're gonna have to spend it in order to get started with what we need to do to keep our water in good shape. And it's not gonna be a fix-all, but it's gonna be something to get started on where we can finally start to update our plan that they've come up with for us. So I recommend that we go ahead and pass this amendment. I know, like I said, it's a lot of money, but I think we're gonna have to do it.
So I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Minor?
Yes.
Meyer?
Yeah.
Harris?
Yes.
Meeker?
Yes.
Hyler?
Yes.
Melton?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The second item is we extended the sewer along Hillbilly Loop, and at one point it was discussed in a council meeting that the city had some discretionary funds from the ARPA, and that they might be willing to reimburse the water department for half of those costs. And it took me a long time to get all the final bills in, and I finally did. And so if the city wants to, their half is $99,829.31. So I can't just give that bill to Marla to pay. If that's not what y'all thought, that's fine, but I'm just saying, for my books, I just need to either get that money from y'all, or just, that's fine.
Well,
But
that's-
y'all had talked about it.
That was the agreement, and actually, that's the former ARPA money. It's no longer
Yes.
called ARPA. We
Right.
moved that into our city general, and we had
Right.
meetings to move that money from general to pay for that.
Okay.
Our part of it, so
Okay.
that shouldn't be a problem for us to do that. Do we need
Okay.
to do that as a proposal, Kevin, since we've already,
You can do an amendment to the budget to reflect
Yeah,
that.
okay.
I didn't have the numbers
A
when y'all were
motion.
even doing the budget, or I would have said something. It took me a while to get them all together.
Was a motion to ratify and approve the expenditure and amend the budget accordingly.
I'll make a motion to what he said.
Ratify
I'm glad he's close to the
and
recorder.
approve the expenditure. There you go.
You got it. Now, we have a motion, please don't ask him to repeat that. No, we can if you need
I'll
to.
second what he said.
Thank you. All right, Meeker,
Yes.
Minor,
Yes.
Tyler, Melton,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
and Meyer.
Yes.
Thank you. I need you to stand there for just a moment, please. Last Friday, Tanya messages me before I get to work and said, I need to talk to you in your office. Those aren't always good conversations when a department head tells you that. So my thought is, okay, she's getting ready to lose an employee. We're gonna have to hire somebody. Well, we're losing an employee, but it is not someone in the water department. It is Tanya. Tanya has turned her 2-week notice in. Greenwood is going to, they reached out to her. I think that is very commendable. It says what her work ethics and her knowledge. Actually, one of the engineering firms reached out to Greenwood and said to them, if you want somebody that knows what they're doing, you get the lady at the Ozark Water Department. Fear not, I'll find them. I'll take care of that. But she has done an excellent job for us. You know, sometimes it's hard when women are in authoritative positions. People have problems with that. She has battled through, done an excellent job. And at the same time, she has done a fabulous job in training a replacement. And you know, that's what you want for people. You want them to better themselves, and you want those within. I'm big on moving within. And so Tanya and I talked about it, and she is 100% confident and sure for Mr. Roy Sampley. If you will please stand up. And he will be your new Ozark Water Department Superintendent Department Head. So Tanya does not have a date yet. They told her 2 weeks. We're trying to push for 3, but if she has to go into, he's ready. So she did not give me enough time to get her a plaque, but fear not, I'll get something for her. But thank you. Thank you for your
service.
heart
Thank you.
that you have put into your job and the difference that you have made for us. So thank you.
I appreciate every one of you very much. And Roy is ready. He's awesome. He's awesome. He's gonna be good.
Thank you, Tanya. Nick Trotter, if you'll come to the podium, please.
You don't know that.
For several months now, Cecil Fire Department has expressed a lot of interest in the old fire department Tahoe that we have. They tried to work a deal with us, trading us a older model Polaris side-by-side with a water pump and tank in the back. We decided that wasn't a real good deal, but about a week ago, I think it's Tuesday last week, I was approached by Cecil Fire again, and they said they were willing to pay $5,000 for the Tahoe, plus give us the side-by-side. Personally, I think it's a good deal. We're getting $5,000, and then plus we're getting the side-by-side. We'll be helping out an area department. He'll still be within the county. Talk with Michael, if we wind up not using the side-by-side as far as fighting grass fires and such, he can use it within his department, running back and forth between here and all the parks and everything. So I don't think the vehicle will do real good on the auction side because it is titled and tagged as a emergency vehicle. So that scares a lot of folks away. So I guess that's just up to y'all, if y'all would want to do that. I don't know what else.
We've been talking about this for a long time. I know
Yeah.
several meetings. I think it's time to move on with it. Do something.
I don't know how much the insurance is a year on it, but, I mean,
It just will go away.
Yeah.
might as well. And, you know, they can use it, they,
Finding that Tahoe to be excess property. And authorizing its sale.
is that something we'll have to wait to do? Text Penny?
No, we just need a motion finding the Tahoe to be an excess property and sell it to the Cecil Fire Department for the 15 or 5,000 and the.
Side by
Make
side.
10,000.
I did not. Call Beanie and tell him I.
I'll call and I'll
Yeah,
see if they
they
want to
probably
give
won't do
15
that,
for it.
no.
I'll drive it over there right now if they will.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor and he.
I'll second it.
All right, Harris,
Yes.
Minor,
Yes.
Meeker,
Yes.
Melton,
Yes.
Hyler,
Yes.
Meyer.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir.
I'll give you an update on the water tanker. It's coming along real good. I think in another couple of weeks we'll have it, and it'll be in service, so be an asset. I'll bring it so everybody can see it whenever we get it done.
We are now to public input, and the first one is Miss Joanne Perea.
Sorry, I sat on that side. I want to sit by my friend, sorry. It's no surprise that I am opposed to an entertainment district proposal, which is expected to be on next month's city council agenda. I would like to address a concern that more alcohol consumed in our downtown will result in more alcohol-related accidents. My husband and I live next to the River Bridge and witness accidents at the intersection of 23 South and River Street on a regular basis. I would presume that most of these accidents are not alcohol-related, but I know of one specific accident that was alcohol-related because we had property damage. A drunk driver hit and damaged our rock wall and got out of the vehicle while leaving it in neutral, and it rolled to the bottom of our hill, where a group of trees kept the vehicle from rolling to the railroad tracks. Highway 23 is one of the main entries into our city, and we need to be proactive to reduce alcohol and related accidents. I would like to address one more accident which occurred at the stoplight on 3rd Street in Commercial. I had run downtown and parked by Main Street one afternoon to plant a small bush and trim some hanging baskets. Upon completion, I crossed the intersection to go back to my vehicle and heard a crash and realized I was flying. I flew 20 feet and landed on the pavement with a severe injury. Alcohol was not involved in this accident. The driver did not see me as she made a left turn onto Commercial. The impact sent me, my small shovel, a small ice cream chair I used as a stool, and some long garden shears flying. I'm thankful to be alive. This intersection was included in the boundaries of the proposed entertainment district. 3rd Street and Commercial are other entryways to our downtown. There's a lot of traffic on Commercial Street, 3rd Street, and River Street. It would be prudent to keep alcohol off of these public spaces and work to reduce alcohol-related accidents. The best way to take care of a problem is to prevent it. Thank you.
Marcia Hillard.
Angela, I'm just trying to get some clarification on what I thought I understood you to say at the quorum court meeting about the entertainment district. And I thought I would do it here in a public forum so other people can get this clarified too.
I didn't speak at the quorum court.
Okay, so, well, somebody did on behalf of the, but somebody.
It was Crystal Wright, it
Okay,
wasn't me.
when you, okay. Anyway, as the process was being explained to the JPs, what I heard was we need to get the entertainment district set up and established, and then we can apply for a grant to restore the buildings. Now, was that to mean that an entertainment district is a prerequisite to apply for a grant to restore a building on the square? And if it's not, why have we not applied for grants to restore the buildings to try to get something in to draw people before we go for the entertainment district?
I don't recall her saying that, but,
Well, I mean, I was way on the other side of the room, and I'm
Yeah.
just asking to clarify.
I don't think so.
And
I mean,
if
I
it's-
could ask her.
Well, has anybody applied for a grant to restore a building? Or why do we have to do the
That is
alcohol
part-
thing first?
That is part of Main Street. Main Street does that kind of stuff, but I don't know that they've applied for any. But, Crystal is on Main Street, and that's where that's coming from.
That's
But
coming from Main
I
Street,
don't-
not from.
I don't know that those two things correlate with each other, but, I can have Crystal give you a call.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, next is Michelle Toole Brown.
Good evening, Mayor. Hi, Mr. Kevin, councilmen and women, and citizens of Ozark. So thank you for allowing me just a couple of minutes here on quick public input. I am thankful for the opportunity. Mayor Hall had called me a few years ago and asked for me to consider volunteering on her beautification committee that she had established for Ozark, which was a wonderful idea. And I was able to serve there in an official capacity for that year. And I am now just a volunteer the past couple of years.
Don't say just a volunteer. We
Well-
have our volunteers.
Well, the committee meetings and
Yeah.
whatnot, but I'm not at the committee meetings. But I love to volunteer when I can. And so for the past few years, twice a year, there's been this organized community litter pickup. And it always coincides with the week trash pickup that they have coordinated, where they go around and pick up all the stuff that they can off the curb. And I think it's made a wonderful benefit to our community. It has truly helped to beautify and goes along with some of the other efforts. I do want to point out, we're on River Street. I was able to move back to my hometown, and I love being in a historical place on River Street and being able to restore Sheriff Gober's old house. And that we have an Airbnb in the basement on the back side. So I'm also I guess you would call just like a short-term rental, because it's just our basement there. So I do represent a little bit of the hospitality industry in Main Street. And I want to share with you, we try to pick up trash in our neighborhood. My daughter and I have been doing it for a little while together sporadically, and other neighbors do too. Today, we picked up something that looks similar to something we've been seeing for quite a while, and I know that when we just pick it up and throw it in our trash cans, y'all don't get to see this. But this is Evan Williams Kentucky Bourbon. And I think that these are pints. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But at any rate, they might not stand. But this is all coming from in between 3rd and 4th Street on River Street, right there next to the road in what would be a public walkable access, except the sidewalk's not complete in that one little section. These were just picked up about an hour and a half ago by my daughter and I. Someone has a favorite, obviously, because they're all kind of the same. There's another one. These are all coming from literally a 5-foot by 3-foot section on the side of the road on River Street. And there's all of these things. I don't know what they are, but we pick them up a lot, all the time. And they're like things maybe for bottling, I'm not sure. But these are always there, and so are these. I mean, they're more. They're all the same. So I think we have an issue. Oh, wait, there was one chip bag. So they're all the same. It's this bourbon. And all I can see as a mama, as a business owner, as someone who invested and restored several $100,000 in the historical area, is a bum sitting there on the side of the road, I guess at night, because I never have seen them, drinking this and just leaving it there on the side of the road. And so I wanted to bring it to our attention because I know that we're going to be picking up stuff like this all over town here, you know, April 4th, 5th, whenever we have this scheduled. And I wanted to do a public call to action. If you or your family's schedule is available for when the city and the beautification committee has this planned, go out wherever you can, even if you happen to be out in the county, you know, even if it's Altus Hill or on the way to the Overlook or Reed Mountain Park outside our city limits, go out and just try to pick up a couple of bags of trash. If we all just got a couple of bags of trash, it would really clean up and sparkle around here. So concern about maybe a problem because we're finding the consistent type of thing left there on River Street in the proposed entertainment district, but also a public call to action for everyone just to kind of pitch in and let's work together to clean everything up. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Speaking of the spring cleanup, that is April the 7th through the 12th. The April 5th, the Saturday prior to that, is what Michelle is referring to. Teresa White and Michelle has helped her tremendously. I think TF gets drawn in that day whether he likes to or not. He's his wife's gopher, and but we have a lot of fun that day. Mr. Melton is out there notoriously. Vernon does his. I would love to be able to say that we all got a part of it. But that day, that Saturday the 5th, will be from 9 to 12. If you could be out here about 8:30 that morning, it would be great. I will tell the council that I emailed Jason and Joe about the transfer station being open the week of spring cleanup. One told me no, one told me yes. So what do you think I'm going with? I'm going with the yes. So I'm gonna hold him, we're gonna do it. So just for the residents, you know that it'll be just like normal. Have a copy of your City of Ozark water bill. You can take a load out there free. So if you have any trouble with that, be sure and give me a call. 2 weeks from today, or 2 weeks from this Friday, will be the Run for the Fallen, which is March the 21st. The program will start out here at 7:45 in front of the community center. The run starts at 8. We are asking that the streets of 64 be lined with support. I know Cass is bringing a crew in. Black Hills Energy is participating in this. I've asked the cheerleaders if at all possible. I know that starts spring break week, but I think some of them may be available. Get on board with this because if you've not ever been a part of that, I cannot stress enough how important this event is. For it to start here in Ozark and then it ends at the Capitol, you all will not believe the difference. And the runners, the organizers have made comment on how they could not do their run if they didn't get the send off like they do from Ozark. So I want to thank the businesses and everyone that helps with that. Arkansas Valley Electric will be draping the flag over the road. Gives you a new perspective on the men and women that have lost their lives in service for us. Community Center will be having daily specials and event the week of spring break, which is March the 24th through the 28th. And the underwater Easter egg hunt is April the 12th. Be sure and follow her. You're going to have it on the webpage and Facebook. If you got any questions, their telephone number is 667-0864. And that concludes my announcements, and I need a motion, if nothing else, to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay? I'll second. Melton?
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Meeker.
Yes.
Minor.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.